But a woman appearing without a shirt, that seems to not happen in the temples, and I thought, hi, I'm Michael Joy. Welcome to another episode of Collage Talk. I'm here today at Plaza Grande, and we're ready to dive into some digital collage work. Away we go. Temple. In the collections that I went through in the Library of Congress, there was a lot of pictures of old monasteries and things like this, and I thought that they had such a sanctity about them, and these statues were looking so stoic and so pure, and that the Buddha and the other religious icons can appear without a shirt or things like this, but a woman appearing without a shirt, that seems to not happen in the temples. And I thought, of all the things to cherish, the beauty of the human figure, and so that's what I put into this temple. Nectar. This is one of the first collages that I made. I think goes back to 2014, 2015, sometime like that, and was even struggling with some Photoshop skills at that time, so it had come a long way. Nectar was this visual mix of the beginning of an old black and white film where it has this silhouetting of an image to kind of bring this romantic quality of a silent film. And it has the rapid fluttering of a hummingbird that's caught in mid-motion. And of course, it's flying towards the woman's breast for nourishment. And I thought it was a great Mother Nature and a little bit blur of a sexuality there. So that's Nectar. Picket Fence. It always cracked me up that these houses that were built like castles. Castle itself you can see from the outside, the brick and the stone, and yet it has this little pissy little wooden fence around it. And I thought that fence offers no security to this castle-like house. I would have expected a stone wall, and so in this one I built in a knight in armor into the wooden picket fence as an illusion of protection. I don't know, a white picket fence, a white knight, that's what I got. Brokenhearted. It's a little bit tragic. I always saw these ruins of these castles and these great houses. And I know castles were built for security, stability, and control of the lands. But somehow I like seeing these ruins as the legacy of a beautiful dynasty without thinking about the warring nations part of it, but more this household where the relationships were so strong that it was passed on from generation to generation. And so now that the house is in ruins, part of the ruined shape is the heart. And that's why I named it Brokenhearted, to symbolize the enduring quality of the love, even though the house around it is crumbling. Cardiac arrest. Well, depending on what you believe happens after death, this picture could mean different things. Remember, a white dove was a symbol of love and peace, and they were always released at beautiful treaties and agreements and accords. And I thought that as this man is dying on the table in cardiac arrest, my belief in death is that is a positive release after a life well lived. And there's a surprise that the doctor is coming to, is like, oh my gosh, something different is happening at this particular person's death. And I thought that these doves being released is the same as the spirit being released. Solfeggio's Fifth. Now, I probably mispronounced that composer's name, but if you Google solfeggio, you'll see why this is titled that. I'm going to leave a little bit of secret for you to discover. But this image of this orchestra looks so delicate and ethereal. I thought there's only a few angel wings missing from adding that feeling of heavenly music. You get to hear the music but never get to see the players, and so I put in this elegant, peaceful, skilled orchestra in the place. And now when I hear music wafting through the airs, I like to put this visual that it's coming from a beautiful group of angels. Special Olympics. This image actually is very close to my heart, and I can't exactly tell you why, other than I've always had a tremendous soft spot for handicapped children. And it's funny, I don't even think you're supposed to say handicapped these days. Physically challenged. You know, people get tangled up in words. The essence is these kids do not have an easy life, and their achievements could be so small, like coming down a flight of stairs or holding their breath underwater for a few seconds. And those are life-changing accomplishments for them, that I thought that this Special Olympics was to honor the differences that a child may have, even though it may not be what's defined as the perfect child or the model body or something like this, that the Special Olympics is maybe that child has a gift that no one else has, and it's bringing that to the center. It's a soft spot for me. Wrought. Wrought is a play on this rather well, sturdy built woman, and she just has this strength about her, like she was a tough gal. And so I put some wrought iron iron fences as kind of these tattoos or these markings on her leg to symbolize the strength of her being and also kind of the roughness of this cast iron fence. She's a tough gal. Heirloom. This is an homage to the beautiful underground spaces that are seldom seen by the public. If you think about the basements in these beautiful old buildings or museums that hold these secrets that are beneath the display area. And I thought that I would put a few secrets of my own down there. So there's this lovely dress and a white peacock, very rare. New Age. Here's a picture of what looks like the ruin of an old cathedral, probably damaged by war or something of that nature. And I wanted this idea that new technology, the new age of flight, was passing through what looks like the opening of once was the stained glass window, sort of the Rosetta window, if you will, and that it's the new dawn passing through these old ruins into the new realm of flight. Thanks for watching. Please remember it's important to us that you like and subscribe this video, and be sure to look at the website for more, michaeljoyart.com. Hope to see you there. You know, we got a fair share of the naked people in these art collages. Kay has been choosing the collection, so it does seem to be a large amount of nude women in here. I don't know why, Kay.